ATM, please.
Right, yes. We go to supermarket. There is a supermarket near here. You can go for ATM. So it's down there on the right side. For how many weeks?
We've been in Fiji for almost 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And then we went to Sydney in Australia for 1 day. And then we came here, and we've been here in Indonesia now, in Bali, for
Almost
4 or
1
5
week.
days.
4 or 5 days. Okay. So Bali is an island. So Indonesia is quite a big country with so many islands, and Indonesia known as the country, actually the largest archipelago country in the world. So the country has more than 17,000 islands.
Wow.
Yeah, Bali is one of them. And Bali is unique. Indonesia is Muslim country with a population more than 270 million. We are number 4 in the world. We have great numbers of population in our country. And Bali itself, even though the size of the island is small, but it has the population around 4.3 million. So yeah, the southern part of the islands, where the capital city of Bali located, which is the most populated area. And
Bali may be a small island, but it's brimming with endless activities for all kinds of travelers. Despite its size, Bali offers beautiful beaches, vibrant nightlife, and rich culture all in one place. With beaches, mountains, and rice terraces, Bali's landscape offers a variety of adventures. Ubud, Bali's cultural heart, offers art galleries, workshops, sacred monkey forest, stunning rice views, and wellness retreats. The island has something for everyone, from family-friendly resorts to luxury getaways. Even though Bali is small, the island has some of the best surfing spots in the world. You can experience Bali's vibrant traditional dances and ceremonies any time of year, adding to the island's rich cultural tapestry. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching our video. We hope it gives you some more information and ideas on how to make a wonderful Bali itinerary shortly. Some important links are available in the description for your private car rentals with drivers, so you can explore the best of Bali freely. We are looking forward to meeting you in paradise. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
the main income of the islands is from tourism. So tourism is the main incomes. There are also farmings. For instance, that when later on we're going to take you to the countryside, you will see how people farm rice. That's the main things that grow in the countryside. And then as you go further up to the mountains, and people grow like a tropical fruit. Yeah. For instance, the spiky fruit, and the jackfruit, coffee grown wells in the area above 500 meters above the sea level. Have you tried the local coffee? The poop coffee is basically, you know, the coffee that produced from the animals called civet cat.
Yes, we haven't tried that.
You haven't tried that? Yeah. So because we do a lot of things today, probably we need to limit your times, whatever you spend time someplace, because we have to keep on going, right?
Yeah.
We go to the north and then move to the west, then southwest to see the temple, a rocky temples like floating temples located in southwest of the islands, which is one of the known temples on the islands. So Bali is different from other islands in Indonesia. So most people in Bali, predominantly they are Hindu. So they're practicing Hinduism, and then we have this, unique culture. There are so many temples on the islands. So, like every house of the local, they have temple built at the corner of the house. And if you have the opportunity to see traditional house, then normally the house, like those people live in the village, they have a big property. It's a big property. Then they build a temple at the corner of the house, and then separate buildings. Once you walk in the center part of the house, there are separate buildings, separate kitchen. Yeah, and then they say the house with a few families, because as the family grow, then the married children, some of them will stay in the same house. Yeah, they could move out to the town, because probably they afford to buy a new house, or they don't want to live together in the same house, because live in the same house create a lot of problem.
Yeah.
You could
The mother-in-law.
yeah, you cannot get along one another. That's mostly the problem that happens in the family, right? So but if they don't have any choice, then they will stay. For instance, if they live in a village, and they once they get married, they will be registered as the community members. As a community member, they have the obligation attached to the community. They have to give their active participation, like to be in the village, to help others whenever it is needed. Yeah, like when they do ceremonies, there are many ceremonies that the family will involve the whole community. For instance, cremation, weddings, teeth filings, your funerals, those ceremonies, the community will get involved. Like the husband and wife will get involved in doing different things. Have you seen any local activity?
Yes, actually, yesterday when we drove to Tulamben, we went past the temple.
Yeah.
And there were lots of people all dressed in white.
In white,
and
yeah.
the ladies had it almost looked like wedding dresses, like really nice lace white.
Oh.
We were wondering what is happening.
It could be wedding day, because in the Balinese culture, and we follow the what's it called? It's like a not really Gregorian calendar that we follow. Gregorian calendar, normally that's like the schedule of work. Let's follow the Gregorian calendar. But anything that people relate to their culture and religion, normally they would use a combination of lunar and solar calendar. Like it's called wukus. Wukus, like every week, has a different names. One cycle of our calendar consists of 30 weeks, which is equal to 6 months time, or 210 days. Yeah. And I would say they're very superstitious. If they want to do something important, for instance, that one was for the decoration of the wedding. Seeing from the decoration that we know, There's something going on in that house. So if it is a good day for a wedding, for instance, like yesterday was a good day for a wedding. When you travel around the islands, you would see a few families do the same thing, because that day is a good day to do it. Yes. And if there's a good day for cremation, they will do the same thing. Yeah. It is not because of the season or whatever, because they believe in there's some energy that's match. That's why they do on that day. That's the consideration. And as you can see, there's the activity of the local people, because next week we're going to celebrate a big celebration. We celebrate every 210 days. It's called Galungan. So every family, even starting today or starting from yesterday, because some of them they're busy with their regular work, right? Women also work, and then they go from 8 to 5, and then of course on top of that they also have to prepare themselves for the celebration they're going to do next day or in a few days coming. As you can see, the decoration they sell, especially those who don't have time to prepare themselves, so they can buy from store like that, because in that day there will be like a big celebration. Everybody celebrate it, but for temple celebration it is different though. Every temple have its own anniversary. So there's they all active temple, as you can see, but you don't see any activity. So the only time the temple get busy is during the anniversary of the temple. This every 6 months. The way they determine the time, for instance, after a temple finished building, and then they would do what's called purification. Purification means basically they clean the temple, and then they would make a rituals or ceremony. So everything will be decorated, and the people will make offerings, and they bless it, the offerings. So people will come and pray. And after 6 months time, it's come the same day and the same week. That's how they repeat the celebration. That's what they call temple anniversary. So Bali Island known as the island with 1,000 temples. So sometimes they also call islands of God. So many temples, but those temples can be classified into 4 major groups. They group them based on the function, based on those people who come to pray in those temples. For instance, family temple, the family built in a house. Those temples worship just by the family members. Whatever daily, if they want to pray, they do it in the house, in the family temple. And in every village they would have a larger temple. Normally they have 3 of them, the village temple, located in different part of the village. Like one temple built in the north, dedicated to the Vishnu god. Okay, in Hindu religion, I don't know, have you read some articles about the Hinduism?
Not much, no.
The children learn about it at school.
Okay, Hinduism, it is monotheistic religion. We believe in one God, but particularly that we also worship different manifestation of God. We call our God in different name because of his function or his duty. For instance, when he, like all things in this universe, even universe itself, created by God. So God, when God has a function as a creator, we call him Brahma. So Brahma temple, the village is built in the center part of the village. Like the one you see on the right side, that's part of the village temple, community temple. And then the protector, the one, the other one also. That's village temple on the right side. And next to the village temple, there is an open building, community building. Yeah. The protector called Vishnu, so his temple built in the north part of the village. And then the other one is called Shiva or Rudra. His temple built in the west side of the village. Like the natural process of human beings, so all the living thing in the universe. So like born, live and die, right? Born is part of the creation. That's, we believe that God creates, create things, and then so in his function we call him Brahma. And then when after he creating things, and he also need to provide his creation with something to keep on living, right? Like air, food, water, whatever, and it will be provided by God. It's called Vishnu. Yeah, Vishnu is the protector. And one day, that's like a natural process, one day all the living thing in this universe will be returned back to God himself. So, people die, plantation die, animals die. So we believe that this process, when the God have to return his creation back to him. So there's a temple built dedicated to Shiva that built in the west. Normally it's located close to the cemetery. So those three temples are called a territorial temple or village temple. And then we have also other group of temples are called functional temple. So functional temples mean those temples worshipped by a group of people with the same profession, same job. For instance, when we take you to the rice farm, there are temples built in the middle of rice farms. Those temples were built by farmers to worship God in his manifestation as a goddesses of rice. Yeah, Devi Sri. And those temples worshipped by a group of farmers only. And people in Bali, they divided into caste system. There are 4 castes, and they worship ancestors. They always like trace where they came from, and they also built a temple dedicated to their ancestor. Like a Brahmana would build Brahmana temple, Kshatriya also will build Kshatriya temple, Vaishya, and these temples normally are not located in the same village, so they need to travel to another village to do it. And then the most important temples, they are public temples. So these temples are located scattered all over the islands. These are important temples built between 8th century to 15th century. People couldn't find any written inscription where those were built, but they only used the time when the priest came to Bali. Firstly, there was a priest named Markandeya came to Bali, and he was the one who built the biggest temple on the islands. We started from small and then gradually enlarged. And then the second priest was Kuturan. He came during the old Bali dynasty, that from 989 to 1300 something, 1343. And the same things, and he traveled around the islands and built several temples. The last priest was Nirartha. So he was the prime minister of the Waturengong dynasty, the kingdom that located in the east. So he did the same. He traveled around the islands and built several temples. And to honor, to tribute, people give a tribute to those priests who spread the religion and have done a great influence to the local culture and Hinduism. And those temples built by those priests are considered as eco temples. So public temples are worshipped by most people live on these islands, and Hindu people live outside. Yeah. Especially when they do celebration in Besakih, the mother temple, and the celebration can be several months. So it's almost something, that people do. Like today is Sugyan, is like, the one of celebration relate to the celebration we do next week on Wednesday next week. Is called Galuman. There's some connection with that celebration.
All the shops close on that day?
Yeah, that day close, yes. And there will be like a separate temple celebration. Probably these people, they're going to the temple. But actually you can recognize the celebration they're going to attend by seeing the dress,
Yes.
the traditional dress they're wearing. If they wear white or yellow, they could probably go to temple celebration. And if they wear bright color dress, like red or whatever, that's probably to attend weddings or teeth filings. So as I explained, they have individual celebrations in every temple, individual, so based on the anniversary of the temple, and there are also celebration that do individually in the house relate to their life. According to our culture, our tradition, a person has to go through many celebrations from the time the baby is still in the womb. 6 months of pregnancy, there are some ceremonies to bless the baby. Once the baby born, 3 months after that, and then they will involve the community when they do what's called the teeth filings. The teeth filings they normally do when the children come to puberty age. This can be done collectively, so they would do it with other families, but should be related, should come from the same ancestor, from the same family bloodline. So that's the reason tourists come to Bali, because they want to see our culture. We have unique culture that we still preserve. Hinduism with unique culture, because the culture we practicing. So apart from the Hinduism, the religion came from India. What we don't adopt all culture from India, the Indian culture. The culture that we're practicing had been influenced by the local culture they had practiced way before the Hinduism came, and then other culture brought after that. For instance, the Chinese that came to Bali or to Indonesia, they also brought some culture. In Indonesia, there are many different Hinduism, different way of practicing Hinduism. Like in a small group, for instance, in Sumatra, in Java, in Borneo, Kalimantan, there are, a group of Hindu live there. They have their own culture, but then they almost worship similar manifestation of God. Adik klingang-klingang yung isang orang swing coba. Using the what? Okay, so the highlights for today, I'm gonna take you first to the swing, and then after that we're going to visit Taman Ayun, the royal temple of Mengwi, the royal Mengwi, and then from there that we go up to the mountain to to see the temple that located by the lake. It's called Ulundanu Temple. It is a beautiful temple located at the lake shore. And then from there we drive to the southwest. We're going to see a UNESCO site, the rice terrace. So it was registered in the UNESCO since 6th of July 2012. And then from there that we go to Tanah Lot. Tanah Lot is rocky temple, so the temple built on a small rock on the beach side. As we drive through villages, you can see how people live, and then they live in a house. Oh, look at the decoration on the left side. That's the sign of the celebration. Yes, yeah, the bamboo decoration. It's part of the celebration they do in that temple. That's why every building is decorated, and they have decorated bamboo pools, penjor, yeah, and the penjor signify of the festival, the celebration they're going to do. And also next week, every family would have penjor that placed in front of their house. Yeah, this is actually part of the big celebration, and as you can see, they get involved by erecting penjor in front of their house, and then they have altars where they put the offering on. This altar dedicated to a god of mountains. Decorated bamboo called penjor, signify of the fragrance, yeah, and also the mountains. So the mountain is the highest place where people believe God resides. And people live in the enclosed house, the house with the walls around the house, and the access to the house through a small entrance. It's called Angkul, the gate. So we come to the swing. It's one of the attractions and a famous attraction. We lucky we come in the morning because less people. Yeah. Okay. Because we have a lot of things to do, so the time that you can spend here maximum 1 hour.
1 hour.
Yeah, 1 hour.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching our short tour video. We hope you have more knowledge for the best holiday and travel plan to Bali. For more details or to make bookings, please open the link on the description. Looking forward to exploring the best of Bali with you. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day. BaliWonder.com, professional travel planner with affordable fares.